Her and Tom Beaver and the blankets, or the sheets. If you haven't heard that, ask somebody. That's a classic. But I guess we have to look at life sometimes as being. I guess we have to look at life sometimes as being a little bit funny. When Eileen and I grew up, and we were supposedly the two really bad, weird kids, we were inseparable. And she's still my best friend. She is the greatest, and she is a comedian, more or less. We had this little boy at home, and when we were really small, I don't think I was over, maybe I was 6 and she was 4, and he was lazy, and she would hoist me up on that bow, and I would grab her, and she'd sit backwards, and we were motorized. She'd twist his tail, and we would go trying. Dick says she still drives better from the back seat. We had this dog, and oh, was he smart. He was bilingual when he was just 4 months old. The bilingual dogs are rare, but he would walk up to a cat and say, meow, and that cat would answer, and they would rub against that dog. He was really smart. We decided, hey, let's teach him English. And so we worked with him, and Eileen would ask him a question, and I would ask him a question, and one day we showed off what he knew. And she said, oh, his name was Rex. W-R-E-C-K-S. Rex. And she said, Rex, when you sit on sandpaper, how does it feel? And he said, ruff, ruff. Amazing. And when I'd say, what's on top of a house, right in the very top? And he'd say, roof, roof. Smart. He could have been a lawyer. Then Eileen would say, who's the greatest baseball player of all time? And he said, Ruth, Ruth. Isn't that something? And one day we were standing around the dinner table, eating lunch, eating dinner, standing, 12 kids, 4 chairs. We were standing around the table eating dinner, and that old neighbor that was a bootlegger came up and said, hey, I ran over your dog. Oh, we just dashed out there, and there poor old Rex was laying on the ground, breathing his last. And the last words he said to me, and this tears me up to say it, he said, I wish you'd have petted me more. When he got up there to dog heaven and got face to face with St. Bernard. But St. Bernard told him, we retired this dog dish. It's in the bathroom on the shelf. Dick Beaver, he's a comedian. I had my 80th birthday, and Dwayne rigged up a party, Jeff rigged up a party for me. And we went up to the 4Bs, and we just ate cake and had socialized, and there were lots of people there, and I had to blow the candles out. And I'm 80 years old, and I know that I've been around a while, and if people don't like me now, they probably never will. But I could not summon up the breath to blow out. We only had like 10 candles. No, if we'd have put 80 on there, we'd have had a fire that time. So I told Dick, I said, I couldn't even blow out those candles. I said, I walked up to that cake and I bent over and I blew, and I said, I just didn't have enough wind to blow out the candles. And Dick said, you're doing it wrong. He said, you don't walk up to a birthday cake and bend over and blow out the candles. He said, you back up and He's funny. He's the one that did not a very nice joke, and he told me, he said, if you're taking a stool pill, don't take Viagra the same day. So neither one's going to work. He could have been a doctor. And Tom, now this is a 50 story, but this is like Tom Brewer. I met him once, hot summer. And I said, hey Tom, what you doing? You're my favorite nephew. I said that to all of them. 50-something. You're my favorite nephew, what are you doing? And he said, I'm going to ride a bull. And I thought, he got that from Eileen. I said, Tom, you can't ride a bull. You're not a bull rider. He said, you watch me. I said, pull out one of those times. He said, I've already paid the entry fee, and I've got a bull. His name is Call 911. And I said, I know that bull. He said, he's the worst bull in the whole fucking ring. But I'm going to ride him. So I go down hot night, and I go down to the ring, and there's Tom. Going to ride that bull. And you know how they look so funny when they're going to ride a bull? They have their hand in the rigging, and they always get ready, and they grit their teeth. And they nod. And they have one hand in the air. And Tom did that. And when he got the one hand in the air and he nodded, somebody slipped him a can of Bud Light. And I guess if you ride a bull and you got any beer after all, you win. Anyway, they opened the chute and there's old Tom, you know. Riding him. He'd have had a Guinness record. He'd have had that record well, I'll tell you about it. They ran across that ring, wide open, over an 8-foot fence, right smack into the screen door on the concession stand, hit the popcorn machine, there was popcorn all over, and that doggone bull thought it was a snowstorm and he lay down and froze to death. Right there by the Coke machine. Women screaming, is he all right, is he all right? And the men said, did he spill the beer, did he spill the beer? Anyway, we opened up the big door, and we got a little bobcat machine, and we lifted the bull up. Tom was tied up in the rigging. He got hooked up, and he's under that bull. And we pulled it off, and he was fine. He was just fine, I couldn't believe it. Skinned his leg a little bit, and he had a slight case of frostbite. Otherwise, he was okay. But, I don't know, I'm going to show you a little thing that I did. We had an Appaloosa horse group one time, and I did this for the kids, and they kind of liked it. There was this cow, it was musical talent, and she was kind of looking, I know what Dick Beaver's thinking, I'm going to say, she played both her horns. This cow was a muley, and she didn't have any horns at all, but she was born with a defect. She was a hairlip. And she had a terrible time moving, you know. It's hard to say some sounds. And this old cow, she sounded like this. Moof. Moof. And you know, a moof, moof, a moof. There's rhythm there. It's one actor, one person isn't enough. So she started looking around for somebody else to get in her band. And she found this crow. And he had fallen out of a tree when he was just a baby, and he got run over by a mower, cut both his wings off. And the SPCA got really upset, and they took this little bird and his wings down to Mandan to a veterinarian there, and that Yahoo veterinarian sewed his wings on backwards. Got that from his mother. Then when the crow saw what had happened, he went to put into post-operative shock. And we had to take him back and work his vocal cords over, and they went to the same at I'd have sued him. He sewed the vocal cords in backwards too. Now you know how a crow sounds. Caw, caw. This one went whack, whack. Stay with him. Walk, move. Then they decided we better get one more. They got this horse. Never did like this horse. He was black to begin with, and I'm not racist. He was black, and he had the story out that he ran in the Kentucky Derby. He ran in a Kentucky Derby. So I checked on it. And he had this little round hat he got from Frankfurt. And he ran in a race with a bunch of drunk cowboys, and he came in last. But he added something to it. I always thought he was a black racist myself. But he added something. He went, Winnie Hinny. Winnie Hinny. Can you see what's coming? Okay. Winnie Hinny, moof, walk, moof. Wee-hee, Winnie Hinny, moof, walk, moof. And I made a dance out of it. What you gotta do there? Walk, walk, my backwards. Winnie Hinny, Winnie Hinny. Move. Walk, move. They were pretty popular, but they didn't pay for anything but barn dances. They went to Wyoming one time to a bluegrass festival, and they competed with Jerry Lynn's band. I think they'd beat Jerry Lynn's band, but you know, the horse, he made awful sounds sometimes on the downbeat. In Jerry's band, well, they sounded like they did. Anyway, they finally had to break up. The crow went to a bird sanctuary, and the horse went back to the Wild Horse Band south of Billings at Prairie Mountains. He's got a band on there, you know the band of Wild Horses. You've heard of it. And that cow made her last 200 appearances at McDonald's. But she was, don't let love that beat. Some of you are still here. Anyway, it would be not appropriate to say to the Lynn kids, Lynn boys, and the whole Lynn family, and the whole Lynn tribe, and half of this country, this is really nice. And I know it's been a lot of work, and I know that we want you to know that we appreciate it. Did anybody time me?